Good afternoon. Well, we're finally glad we get to have this after all the weather that we had to bump everything back a week, but we're glad you're here this time. We're going to go ahead and get started with today's ceremony. My name is Donna Nickel, and I'm the National Technical Honor Society sponsor here at Gordon Cooper. On behalf of the Gordon Cooper faculty and staff, we want to welcome you to this afternoon's Gordon Cooper program. It's an honor to have you here and recognize you as an outstanding student. Elizabeth White is going to start us with the Pledge of Allegiance. Elizabeth?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the invocation.
Good afternoon. I'm Jeremiah Young. I'm going to lead us in prayer. Bow with me. Lord, as we gather here today to celebrate the induction of these new members into the National Technical Honor Society, we thank you for generously granting us the gifts and talents which enable us to be successful students and honorable individuals. We give thanks for your guiding hand and teachings, and we seek to make you proud in our pursuit of skillfulness, leadership, service, and character. In your name we pray. Amen.
Thank you. Please be seated. Good afternoon. I am Danny Johnson, a second-year National Technical Honor Society member in the pre-engineering program, and I would like to welcome you again to Gordon Cooper National Technical Honor Society induction ceremony. With us today is Assistant Superintendent Roger Ferris and Director Brett Byram, along with many valued faculty members. The goal of National Technical Honor Society is to see that deserving technical students are recognized and that the people of the community become aware of the talents and abilities of the young people and adults who choose technical education pathways to a successful future. The NTH motto reads, Felicitas mente instructe febrer, which translates from Latin as success favors a prepared mind. The official NTH slogan is, excellence in America's workforce begins with excellence in workforce education. Again, we thank you for being here to honor and celebrate our achievements as students.
This year we have a very special virtual speaker that would like to congratulate you for your accomplishments and share his words of encouragement. Our speaker is Senator Shane Jett. As the son of a mechanic, Shane grew up working in his father's auto repair shop in Tecumseh, where he learned the values of honesty, hard work, and integrity. No stranger to hard work, Shane worked 3 part-time jobs while attending Oklahoma Baptist University to obtain a degree in international business. He is a retired lieutenant in the U.S. Navy and a citizen of the Cherokee Nation. Shane served 6 years in the Oklahoma House of Representatives. He ran for election to the Oklahoma State Senate to represent District 17 and won in the general election on November 3rd, 2020. His current term ends on January 13th, 2025. Here is Senator Shane Jett.
Hi, my name is Shane Jett, and I am honored to be asked to give some remarks to commemorate your induction into the National Technical Honor Society. I'm going to give you a little bit of background about myself so you'll know that I know exactly where you're sitting because I was sitting there in 1993, yes, before many of you were born. So my name is Shane Jett. I am from Tecumseh, Oklahoma. I went to a small Christian school in Tecumseh, and in 1991 I went to Gordon Cooper Technology Center. It was called Gordon Cooper Votech back then, and enrolled in applied. Hi, my name is Shane Jett, and I am honored to be asked to give some remarks to commemorate your induction into the National Technical Honor Society. I'm going to give you a little bit of background about myself so you'll know that I know exactly where you're sitting because I was sitting there in 1993, yes, before many of you were born. So my name is Shane Jett. I am from Tecumseh, Oklahoma. I went to a small Christian school in Tecumseh, and in 1991 I went to Gordon Cooper Technology Center. It was called Gordon Cooper Votech back then, and enrolled in applied computer accounting. And for the first time in my life, I had the opportunity to get involved in one of the student leadership organizations. Mine was Future Business Leaders of America. I think it's BPA now. And really started investing in developing my network. The instructors that were there were very passionate about student leadership and opening doors of opportunity. And when I arrived, there were a lot of different students that were there for very different reasons. Some were sent there by the public schools because they were tactile learners. They liked to do things with their hands, and they weren't book learners. Some of the students were the adult students who, for no fault of their own, found themselves divorced, raising kids on their own, and they needed skill sets. And so they were there to reinvent or build a new life for themselves. And they had been broken down. They had been disappointed. Life handed them a bad set of circumstances. And through the community with the fellow students, with the investment of the teachers, created something that they were all proud of. And I watched them go from dejection to not sure what they were going to do with their life to getting control and realizing the quality of work that they put into their studies, into developing their leadership skills really mattered. And I watched them blossom and develop into the professionals that really made a difference for their community and their family. So my experience was quite similar. I came from a small Christian school, very few students, and suddenly I found myself at Gordon Cooper and began to make friendships and began to study and began to be mentored by the instructors that were there. And I went and became a page at the state capitol because one of my instructors told me, you're interested in politics, you should look at these opportunities. And fast forward to today, about 25 years later, I'm now a state senator. But when I started out at Gordon Cooper, I was the son of a mechanic. I was turning wrenches with my dad, holding a drop light, taking my bicycle, riding to Napa store, picking up parts. I was there to learn. And not always what your parents expect of you or what you expect of yourself is what's going to happen. But no matter where you go, if you apply the tenacity, the discipline that you've done there at Gordon Cooper, it's going to continue to open doors. Because whenever people see that you're willing to invest in yourself and invest in the community, more doors are going to open to you. You know the story of Gordon Cooper, namesake of your alma mater, my alma mater, was born in Shawnee, Oklahoma, and became an astronaut. And if you study a little bit about Gordon Cooper, he was a little bit crazy. And I think there's a little bit of craziness in all of us, but he had the audacity to believe in himself, and look where he ended up. So it doesn't matter if you're from small town Oklahoma. Literally, this whole planet belongs to you because you were born here. So believe in yourself and believe in the opportunities that this great nation provides for you, and continue to apply the work ethic that you have been using to become a member of the National Technical Honor Society, and that will help you throughout the rest of your career. I went on to go to Oklahoma Baptist University. Not all of you are going to. Some of you are going to start businesses, welding, carpentry, masonry, accounting, secretarial skills. The leadership training that you use there is going to help open those doors. That's your unique trajectory in your professional career. So Gordon Cooper started out in Shawnee, ended up in outer space, and made an impact, and we are going to the school that was named after him. There's someone else that you may have heard of, Wiley Post Airport. Wiley Post was from Maysville, Oklahoma. And he was innovative, a young Oklahoman that was looking for ways to make money. And his idea was to roll a tire, and this was out in the 19-teens, roll a tire out in the middle of the intersection of a country road and wait for people to come by to pick up the tire. And when they picked up the tire, he would then rob them with a tire iron. And one of the times when he was in his little enterprise for making money with a tire iron, he stopped a group of quail hunters who were heavily armed, and one of them happened to be the local sheriff. And Wiley Post ended up in prison. And in prison, he was eventually released from prison because he was so depressed, they thought he was going to die. And so he was early released from prison. He came back and began to work in the Oklahoma oil field. And in the Oklahoma oil patch, an industrial accident cost him his eyes. If you've ever seen a picture of him, he has a patch over one eye. The insurance settlement for that accident, industrial accident, he used to buy an airplane. And he began to train himself with depth perception because he only had one eye, and you need to have depth perception as a pilot by throwing knives into wood. And he eventually became one of the most renowned pilots in the world, circumnavigating the globe, literally flying from the United States all around the planet and back to New York. He was one of the most famous people of his time. He was from Maysville, Oklahoma, even smaller than Shawnee or Tecumseh. But the important thing to remember is your mistakes, like the things that you do that you're not ashamed of, they don't have to define your life. It's what you do from today forward. Deciding to leave one path and choosing a path that builds you up, builds up your community, makes all the difference in the world. Our mistakes don't define us. It's how we respond to the next set of choices in front of us. So Wiley Post is an inspiration to me. No matter what kind of mistakes you make, you can still build. You can't change the past. You can learn from it, but you can build a better future. And today we have Wiley Post Airport, named after Wiley Post. Dewey Bartlett is the 19th governor of Oklahoma. He's relevant to you because he created the career tech system in Oklahoma that we enjoy today. They're all over the state of Oklahoma. Literally, delegations from around the world come to Oklahoma to see how Oklahoma is doing it because they want to duplicate what Dewey Bartlett did here from the 1960s. Dewey Bartlett wasn't even from Oklahoma. He was from Ohio. So I want to tell you that story. One is because it's an interesting, unique part of the history of the career tech system. We have a lot to be proud of. Our career tech system is part of it. But whether you're from Oklahoma or you move to Oklahoma, or if you move somewhere else, wherever you go, look around. Is there a way that you can take the quality and work ethic that you've learned here at Gordon Copeler and apply it to make your community a little bit better? That's what it's all about. It's your network, it's the community that really defines who you are. So mistakes that you make in the past do not define you. The accidents that may occur to you while you work, that doesn't define you. Your place of birth or where you move to doesn't define you. That's just the fabric that tells your story. What really matters is your determination, your tenacity, your commitment, how much you love, how much passion you put into your work, and then your human connection. Your network is your human connection. Who do you know? Who can you pick up the phone to help solve a problem or answer a question that you have? And I'd like to tell you that I am part of your network now. We are part of the same community. When you join the National Technical Honor Society, you're being recognized for the quality of work that you've done, for your commitment to excellence. And I would like to welcome you. 25 years as a proud member of the National Technical Honor Society. Welcome to our ranks. Thank you for the commitment that you have done that has caused your instructors and your fellow students to recognize you for the excellence. You're making Oklahoma a better place because you're investing in yourself. You're making your community a better place because you're investing in yourself. So again, if I can ever help you, if it wasn't for COVID, I would be there with you to congratulate you in person. I'm not there, but I'm there in spirit, and my heart's there with you. My name is Shane Jett. You can find me on the internet or your instructor. Donna Nichols can give you my personal mobile number. If you want to write it down, it's 405-476-7501. Shoot me a text. Let's grab coffee or lunch. Come see me at the Capitol. But I want to welcome you to my network, and I want to be available to you. If I can help you open a door or create opportunities for you, I'd love to partner with you. Again, welcome to our little community, and God bless you for what you've done in building a better Oklahoma by investing in yourself. Congratulations.
I
would like to thank Senator Jett for taking time to make his video and for sharing those inspiring words. My name is Mary Lytle. NTHS members Jacob Madden, Elizabeth White, and I will now share the 7 attributes of National Technical Honor Society. In the center of the table is a lighted candle representing knowledge. Knowledge is familiarity, awareness, or understanding gained through experience or study. This candle represents the knowledge you have gained through experience and study in your vocational program. The first member attribute is skill. Skill is the use of knowledge to develop great ability and the expertise necessary to make a positive difference in a particular occupational field. We light this candle to represent skill.
The second member attribute is honesty. Honesty is the quality of being truthful, trustworthy, and fair with everyone while at work or play. We light this candle to represent honesty. The third member attribute is service. Service is giving assistance and being ready and able to provide a helpful and useful act. We light this candle to represent service. The fourth member attribute is responsibility. Responsibility involves the ability to act without guidance or superior authority and being answerable for your actions. We light this candle to represent responsibility.
The fifth member attribute is scholarship. Scholarship is the distinctive mark of one who has mastered an area of learning, as reflected in the quality of his or her work, especially with respect to scope, thoroughness, and care. We light this candle to represent scholarship. The sixth member attribute is citizenship. Citizenship is being entitled with full civil rights and exercising the duties, rights, and privileges of this status. We light this candle to represent citizenship. The seventh member attribute is leadership. Leadership is the responsibility of serving as a guiding force and directing the way by going first with courage and confidence. We light this candle to represent leadership.
Students, we hope you recognize these 7 attributes in yourself and value these qualities which make you eligible to be a member in the National Technical Honor Society. Inductees will now be introduced one at a time and presented their pin and certificate. So as you guys come down, off to the left and off to the right, we have NTHS cookies, bottled water, some stickers, some things over there. So make sure that after you get your certificate and you have your picture made that you grab some of those.
I will call your programs down one at a time, and so when I call the program name, everybody from that program, if you'll come down and stand off here to my left, then I'll call you up individually. First program is Business Education Technology, BET. Stand over here. Our first recipient is Sienna Isaac. Haley Maru. Next program will be Criminal Justice. Our first recipient is Lisa Lockhart. Colton Meckendorfer. All right, boy, that's a tough one. Colton. Colby Rigney. Hunter Williams. CNC. We'll begin with Josh Durham. There, Josh. Brianna Gaines. Brooklyn Pfluger. Robert Tidd. Jaron Ward. CMT. I'll read the name. It's Gideon Hassan. Cosmetology. First recipient, Keena Daniels. Kylie Hansen. Olivia Schwab. ECE. Patricia Dugan. Xavier Hayes. Megan Heist. Courtney Ross. Keisha Sanders. Graphic design. Caitlin Chaddock. Destiny Rickner. Health careers. Kimberly Freeman. Madison Hoffer. Taylor Hoover. Ashley Schilling. Bailey Snellings. Pre-engineering. Tyre Carpenter. Boy, some names I just have a hard time with. So forgive me today. I've had several. Joseph Gercio? Gercio. By the way, he set a personal high limit of weightlifting 2 days ago, 1,000 pounds, I think. Blake Haskins. Cole Hodges. Justin Lewis. Keenan McKee. Brecken Self.
Students, welcome. You are now official members of the National Technical Honor Society. New members, please stand and join us in reciting the Nths Pledge located on the back of your program. As a member of the National Technical Honor Society, I pledge to maintain the highest standard of personal conduct. I will apply myself to continue a scholastic achievement and will strive for excellence in all my aspects of my education. I will invest my talents, my skills, and my knowledge in a career of my own choosing and shall always endeavor to uphold my obligations as a citizen of my community and my country.
I would like to congratulate each of you on your accomplishments thus far, and congratulations on becoming members of NTS, National Technical Honor Society. As you go back to your program, we already did that. Stop by. If you didn't pick up a cookie or the stickers or water, make sure you stop by the tables and grab something as you leave. And again, congratulations and thank you for being part of our ceremony today.